Hey, welcome back everybody. Oh gosh, I've not started this on there. So I'm actually recording this for my podcast at the same time. So bear with me while I do this, right? I'm going to do this now. So just stand by. We'll get to the debrief any second now. Hey, welcome back everybody. You're listening to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. I am your host. It's Paul Motley here and here again with another daily live podcast. And we are dual recording because I'm actually recording this on Facebook inside of my group and also for you guys on the podcast as well. So if you're on the podcast, you're not going to get to see this stuff, but there will be a whole bunch of stuff in the show notes. So I'll make sure that you are plugged into that. So if you are online, if you're on the Facebook group as well, so and if I can see one person watching right now, just drop a comment in there to let me know who you are and all that good stuff, because I'm going to open it up. I'm not going to name and shame everybody, but it's always good to get you guys on. And I don't know what's going on with that, but woo, we're having a lot of fun with the technology right now. Absolutely, it's super cool. Right, so day 3, and it's been amazing again. I just get so pumped up about this stuff. I have to say that it has been incredible so far. There's been so many light bulb moments for me, and it's kind of like the fire hose situation, right? You know, when you get like so many ideas in one go and you're like taking it all in, you just think, oh my God, this would just be absolutely amazing, right? So here we go. Let's get into it. So let me just make sure that is doing what it's supposed to do. Yes, it is. Excellent. Right. Okay, cool. Right, so let's go through the debrief. And if you've got any questions, then bung them under the comments for here. But we're going to refer to the description of the video. But also, if you're on the podcast, make sure that you check the show notes for these all important links. And they're important for one thing. I want to make sure you get the most out of this. I want to make sure that you are really successful. That's the ultimate game. That's the ultimate thing, right? So what happened in day 3? So Russell started off with a soft sell for the One Funnel Away Challenge, which starts on Monday. So if you don't know what the One Funnel Away Challenge is, check the show notes, check the link in the video. Make sure you go ahead and get registered for Monday, right? It's going to cost $100, but I can tell you now that investment is so much value. It's unreal. I mean, I've done the One Funnel Away Challenge several times and made way more than that $100 back. So if you don't know what it is, then go to the link, make sure you do click on that and get registered, right? So the next thing we did was encourage everyone to go and create their one pager, right? So you can, which is basically, this is really cool, right? I haven't seen this before. This is almost like how to create your lead magnet in one page, right? Because what I found was that whenever we were trying to create a lead magnet or something that is really of value, a lot of the time it looks crummy, right? And I've done it before. I put it together in like Canva and stuff like that, and it does kind of look a little bit old and nasty. The best way I can put it. I am not a designer, by the way, so anything that I try to do, I try and make it look good. I try and make it look cool, but it just bombs. It's shit, right? So they put this one pages together, right? And I'm pretty sure that I added that into. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure that I put it into links. Let me check. Yep, the one page is there, right? So that's good. Cool in the gang. So you got the one pager, right? It's in the link in this video, but also it's going to be in the show notes for everyone listening on the podcast today. So what we want to do is it did an overview of the days 1 and 2, which was basically showing behind the curtain on how all of this has been put together. And obviously on day 1, it was letting us know how the 5-day challenge was going to be put together. And on day 2, it's all about frameworks, sort of like who's your ideal customer, what results you want to get them, and then using the one pager was the tactics to put it together, right? So simple stuff, right? Now, in day 3, it was all about creating your first funnel and the framework in which you use to do so. And then we moved on to the concept of the value ladder. Now, if you haven't heard of the value ladder before, then go ahead and search out .com Secrets book by Russell Brunson. Get it. You should be able to get, if you go through his own funnel, right, which is .comsecrets.com, right? So spell it all out in letters and then .com at the end. You should be able to get a digital version of that, so you don't have to wait for it to come through the post. You can get it right now, and I'm pretty sure you can get an audio version on the upsell as well, which I love. I love listening to audio stuff, which is hence why I do podcasts and video as well at the same time. It's amazing, right? So concept of the value ladder, and he went through a particular example he went through was his dentist, right? And I remember getting a card through the post, which was from his local dentistry saying like free teeth cleaning, and they're like, oh yeah, let's go get that. That's amazing. Okay, we'll go get it. So he went along to the dentist, got his free clean, and while he was there, the dentist was saying, are you like drink a lot of coffee, or you're a smoker and all that sort of thing? And he goes, no, and I don't smoke. I don't drink coffee or anything like that. He says, oh well, I noticed that your teeth are pretty yellow, and I just wondering if you'd like us to sort you out with this teeth whitening kit that you can go back with. And it was like, oh yeah, I want white teeth. That would be great. So you think about it, right? The value ladder. Something starts with, something free of value, and then you can step them up. So as the value increases, so does the price. Simple stuff, right? Are you following me on this little thing here like this? So what's the next thing? The next thing the dentist says, well, I notice you're like, you ever had a retainer or anything like that when you were growing up, braces and stuff like that? He goes, well, yeah. He says, well, I notice your teeth are moving around a little bit, so we can set you up with something that will stop it happening, or get you Invisalign, which will realign your teeth. And it's like, yeah, no, that'd be amazing. And long and short of it is he ended up walking out of the dentist after writing him a check for like $2,500. And was he upset with that? No, because he was getting so much value and so much, the results were going to be amazing for him. He was like super pumped. This is the concept of the value ladder itself, right? So let's think about this, right? So we don't go in, if he'd started out putting an advert out, or the dentist had put an advert out for cosmetic surgery straight off the bat, do you think he would have got like a high conversion rate? No, probably not, because people don't even think about that. So you start at the bottom. It's a little bit like the KISS test. It's a little bit about, when you start off with, you don't go and stop someone in the street and ask them to marry you. The whole examples from Ryan Dice of Digital Marketer has been, done to death, but it is there. You start off with building the relationship, and every part of the relationship you are building up to the next level. And that is how each tier of the value ladder has that's how it all works, right? Now, when Russell was explaining it, we were saying like basically like every tier, every step of that value ladder has a type of funnel, a sales funnel, if you like, or web pages, whatever you want to call it, right? So you start out with the lead funnel, right? Which is what we're all trying to get done now. We're trying to build a lead funnel so that we can get more leads into our business and ultimately get more sales and customers, right? And that's how it works, right? And then you got the next level, which is like unboxing funnel. Now, you did explain it on that, so I'll come back to this in a minute, right? And then you go to the next step, which is like your presentation funnel. It's like webinars and stuff like that, and ended up with high ticket stuff. And I'm just going to give you an example. Real simple. Now, recently I've been involved with a company which is looking at helping people out with e-com stuff, right? So I know that, let's say, Shopify stores have an incredibly low conversion rate with direct traffic, right? And I think last time we looked at it was like 1.9% conversion rate. So what could we do? We could say, here's a sales funnel which is going to help increase your conversion rates. And they're like, oh my God, yeah, that'd be amazing, right? And I could just give that away. That could be my lead magnet. And after that, they get it. Then I could do something else, which I could then charge them for, which would be how to set it all up. This is an over-the-shoulder live video, or sort of like me recorded, how we actually set all that up for people, and how the process and the framework and everything else that goes with it to set that funnel up. You see where I'm going? What's the next level of the value ladder? Well, the next value ladder is, for us, it would be, let's do it for you. So it's a done for you program, which obviously, because of the amount of work that's involved, it would be an even higher level. And the next thing would be, let's do everything. Let's put your funnel together. Let's put your store together. Let's have traffic. Let's do all this good stuff, which is kind of like a massive business in a box model, right? Which would be much more high ticket. But also, you could add it in there and think, right, okay, right, what's a lot of people like struggle with e-com? They don't know what products to sell. What if we said to them, okay, right, well, you got the sales funnel, right, which is lead magnet. Then I've showed you how to set it all up. Then we said we will set it all up. And the following level is like, what if we put all your funnel together and we set it all up? What about if we added then into like email follow-ups to get your engagement and your sales even higher, right? To bring people back, to get that conversion rate even higher. What if we actually gave you the products to use as well, which were branded to you, which is something that hardly anybody ever does, right? Wouldn't that be incredible? Wouldn't that be such a great deal? Especially anyone that's looking to get into e-com. And they start off with like, oh, I'm like really pissed off. I've tried doing e-com. I've tried this product, that product from Shopify, and with drop shipping and all this good stuff, right? They've tried all that and it's just not worked for them. What if they said, okay, right, well, and again, I'm going over it back and over again. What if we can give you a funnel which we know converts and gets you a higher return on investment, which means you end up paying less for ads? What if we could then send the traffic back via email marketing to the funnel to get even more conversions? What if we could give you a product which was your own branded product where you don't have to buy inventory and get it shipped in 2-3 days? So it immediately overcomes this whole problem with customers complaining because, when you drop shipping from China, for example, it can take like 2 or 3 weeks to come in. So we're getting over all these obstacles. And the big domino that we're doing is like, this is a store with a proven product, with an amazing funnel which will actually do the work for you, and then we just set it all up for you. That's the big goal, right? That's the big goal. And can you see how that value ladder worked? And can you see how it was all put together to give that customer the maximum amount of value as possible, right? And that is kind of like how it works. So we'll go back to the training that Russell actually did today. Was that he was talking about like a simple marketing hacks and stuff like that. And he says, back in the day, people used to have like, they'd put websites together, they'd drive traffic to it, and then there'd be like pop-ups come up. And I remember that. Not everybody has like pop-ups on their site anymore, but back in the day, you couldn't even move your cursor for pop-ups. They were coming up everywhere, right? And people got majorly pissed off with them. And the end result was that they brought out pop-up blockers, right? Which was just, it killed marketers because they were making so much money from these pop-ups. But then someone decided that what if we took the pop-up and made that the first page? And that is where like the whole idea of a lead page was born, right? So reiterating again, when you start to build a list, you actually own the traffic. This is the most important thing. We did this on day 1, we did this on day 2, and I've said about this so many times, right? Is that when you have an email list, you own the traffic. Because if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Pinterest, if you're on Instagram, all those different platforms, you are literally renting space. You don't own that space. At any point, people can get shut down. They can get their accounts closed, and that's it. Your email list is the one thing that you can download from your computer, hit print, and hold in your hands on a piece of paper. That's a tangible asset. You own that, right? That's the most important thing in your business. I can't reiterate that enough. It's so important. It's just mind-blowing, right? And this is why it gets me when people say, oh, I'm not building an email list, or I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And I just think, you have to build a list. You have to get leads in, which is why this challenge has come at such a great time. Right, so let's get back to it. There we go. So when you actually own the list, it means you can send emails to your list, get traffic to your offers, your website, your social media, and all that good stuff, right? And if people have if people receive value from the lead funnels, which is for example, what we call a squeeze page, then you are going to be able to increase your prices for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So the more value that you give people, the higher the price goes. So if you can imagine, I'll do it that side. If you got value here, got to go that way, and then price there. Oh gosh, I'm getting cursors pull up on my screen. Right, so you just think about that. So the more value you can provide, the higher the price you can command. That's gold. Simple as that. Right, so today the assignment is to build a 2-page funnel, which will be your lead magnet and your thank you page. And if you've been getting on the 1-pagers, then you will have access from day 2, for example, and also day 1. You will have those links there. Now, I am going to include some links. They'll be around this video, or if you're listening on the podcast, it's going to be in the show notes to make sure you get that as well, right? So simple stuff. And for as far as the lead magnet goes, right, and this is really cool. He's actually done a deal with the guy who put together funnel scripts, right? And he's actually put together like a free light version of it so that you can create the page copy. So even though you might think, I just can't write stuff, I don't know what I'm doing, you're going to be able to get access to that, right? So on that 1-pager, right, which is in the links around this, there are 6 templates you can use. But I also want to say, Russell has put together 106 funnel leads, lead funnels templates, right, which you can go ahead and purchase from the link. Oh no, 1 second, I don't know what he's doing. All right, so anyway, I'm getting distracted by people knocking on the window. So you can go ahead and get that. Yeah, I know ClickFunnels is going to pay me $2 if you do go and get it. So it's a commission thing, so whatever, right? But you manage to create everything that you've got there. You can copy and paste it onto the page, simple stuff. And you can even use the 1-pager to create your e-graphic as well. So that makes life so much easier for us. And like I said before, when you're actually putting stuff together, as far as lead magnets goes or lead funnels goes, he has over-delivered massively already on this training. So I'm looking forward to day 4. And like I said, everything, all the notes that you need are going to be on the show notes. If you're listening to the podcast, which is, like I said, still recording right now, if you can see that, it's recording. This is actually how easy it is to do a podcast, right? Now, for those people listening on the podcast, I'm actually just holding it up in front of my screen right now. I've got GarageBand running, it's on record, I just speak, it takes me a couple of minutes, so I hit stop, I upload it to Buzzsprout, there you go, podcast episode done. Simple stuff. And I do those every day as well. So if you are listening on the podcast, make sure you subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're still here with me, that'd be great. If you're on Facebook, drop a comment, a like, all that good stuff and everything else that we're supposed to be doing. So that's fine. And I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Depending on where you're listening, where you're watching and all that sort of stuff, there's going to be links to make sure you don't miss out on extra stuff. And the big reveal, Saturday. Oh gosh, I had so many things that I wanted to do. Honestly, I had 2 or 3 things that I wanted to do. One of which was that I wanted to give you guys access to some really cool stuff that I've been doing. So let's say there's 2 surprises. On Saturday, you're going to find out the big one. But for today, the surprise is that on Saturday, I am going to release into the Facebook group. So again, you'll need to go through the links around everywhere that we're talking about here right now to make sure that you get in. Or if you haven't got into the Facebook group yet, then obviously find me, click me, personal message me, beg me, plead with me, whatever it is, to get in that group. I'm going to be posting a replay of every single show that Russell has done. Along with the 1-pager links so that you can follow along afterwards as well, right? Simple stuff. So let's get going. Let's make sure we do the homework for today. Let's start looking forward to tomorrow. We're going to start talking about email follow-up systems, which is going to literally ignite your business. And then Friday, we talk about traffic and getting that good stuff in there. So I'm going to sign off right now, and I will catch up with you guys again real soon.